suitcase, and then how you empty it all out, fill it with water, strip off on the railway line, get into your carriage and have a bath in the middle of the railway journey. Yes, you can see what I was drawn to. And I was also completely fascinated that the history of all these 3 railway lines was largely kept alive by volunteers. Like in Ireland, it was mostly retired railway drivers associated with the railway lines who literally minding and coveting all of this knowledge. Kind of like what Hugo was covering in his talk, you know, this notion that it's local volunteers and people who really care about history that are making these things available to people completely voluntarily. So I propose to bring Lilias Campbell-Davidson back from the dead to now navigate these new railway lines. But an eccentric Lilias Campbell-Davidson. And I also proposed that I would work with, in particular, local schoolgirls and art students involved in wanting to be involved in uncovering this hidden history to activate the sites. So in Mayo in the west of Ireland, I worked with literally the descendants of the railway lines in this rural village called Westport. In Olot in Catalonia, I worked with the art school, and I used the information that I got of what the actual trains look like to make absolute replicas, performative replicas of the railway lines for props for my moving image films. So this actually has 25 art students behind this full-scale train, and it's all made out of cardboard and umbrellas and cotton wool. And they come to life using stop-motion animation. I just impart my skills. And then I also looked into, I suppose, these traditions that had been erased through time and how erasure seems to happen. There was this lovely tradition in Northamptonshire in the United Kingdom that they would decorate their bicycles around May Day with local flora and flowers, especially if there was royalty coming on the train lines, they would cycle along. So we re-established along these now functioning greenways these kind of local traditions of decorating bicycles with flowers, and we did this flower cycle. But also they became part of 40 stop-motion performative films. And of course the protagonist, i.e. me, was kind of Lilias Campbell-Davidson, trying to now navigate greenways. So I would look at, that's got 30 secondary school girls behind that train there. I would look at the kind of